Hi everyone, this is Matt with Mineral Stains. Today we're going to go over durability and insurance. So first off, when we talk about our silicates versus traditional paints, one thing that we have not mentioned as much, and it's actually becoming more popular, is dealing with insurance companies and having, whether it's a metal roof or any type of vertical component that is non-combustible, which will be easier on you and dealing with the insurance companies. So first off, our product, very important, is non-combustible. So the water glass, which is potassium silicate, this is our primer once it dries down, for example, with the mineral colorants, is in fact non-combustible. So God forbid a fire starts on your building, it will not accelerate like a latex acrylic. So essentially this is a plastic film, as I call it. If it's elastomeric, it's going to be more of a rubber band. And then once it catches fire, it'll just help ignite thereof, or just continue to the acceleration of the fire. So it's really important that not only are you getting breathability, you're getting UV resistance, but you're also getting a non-combustible product. So I've gotten a few phone calls even out of California where I guess the standards are getting more and more stringent as far as what you could use. So essentially this is as much of an eco product that you could use where it's still going to have that durability factor. The last thing I wanted to touch up on is when somebody purchases a hardy board that's unpainted, the yellow ones, so not like this one that's already painted and not factory painted. When it's primed and painted using a latex acrylic coating, you're probably going to get about 5 to maybe tops 6 years. You're going to be left with the colorant, but the actual protecting film, which is called the resin, R-E-S-I-N, is going to basically get worn down over time due to UV, and also if there's any acid rain, which could also, all it could take is one acid rain, it could destroy the actual paint coating. So when you look at hardy board, I'm going to use them for example. When it's a factory paint, what they're going to do is they're going to bake on the actual hardy board, and that's going to give, or that's going to allow them to give you that 15-year warranty. When it's baked on in a different factory setting, it's going to be able to withstand a lot more of the UV, the outdoor parameters that are going to give you more of a longevity. When you get a, for instance, a galvalume metal roof versus a painted one, you'll notice that the manufacturer's giving you like an extra 15 years, right? But it's also that sheet of metal, 24, 26, or 29 gauge, is actually factory painted. They heat up that metal at a certain temperature, and it's a lot more in-depth process than a painter coming and using a primer than using a regular paint. It's just not going to get you that many years, right? Unless you use like a polyurethane coating, you may get to 10, 15 years. So another thing to consider when you stain brick, stucco, and even hardy board using our Soul Silicate, you can get 15 to plus 20 years, which is another thing that doesn't get brought up enough, is it will outpace the regular paint coatings. So in a nutshell, you get the insurance benefit because of the non-combustibility, but also you get the longevity on top of that as well. Should you have any more information, please reach out to us, info@mineralstains.com. Thank you so much for attending this video.